In this video, we will going to see planar graph and graph coloring. Planar graph is subject of planar graph was discovered by Euler in his investigation of polyhedra. And what is this planar graph? A graph is said to be planar if it can be drawn on a plane in such a way that no edges cross one another or each other except at common vertices. Meaning of that is like what? So we can say that here I can say that there are separate portion of each and every edges, and there are no overlapping edges, like no two edges are touching to each other. So this is called as my planar graph. Okay, now here this is graph is having like two edges where two edges are touching each other at this particular point. We can say that they are they are touching each other. So can we have any other option, like we can redraw and we will not get kind of graph where two edges are touching to each other? So what we can do, like we will try to draw this edge from outside of this particular section. So if we will redraw this, we'll get this kind of graph. And now if we will look at this particular graph, here no two edges are touching each other except like at this particular places where you are having common points. So this is called as now this graph will be my planar graph. In this graph we are having different concepts like regions and faces. Region are characterized by set of edges forming its boundary. So here we can say like this three edges are forming a kind of boundary, and within this three edges we are having some kind of portion. So that portion is called as region. So there exists one bounded region, and at least you are having one unbounded region in your graph. Okay, means which is not bounded by any edges, like this kind of area will be called as unbounded region, which is exterior region or exterior faces. Now, theorem is based on the polyhedra. Now, this is also called as a Euler's polyhedra theorem and or polyhedra formula. It's very important formula. For any connected planar graph, we have this like V minus E plus R is equal to 2, where V is set of vertices minus E is set of edges plus R is total number of regions in your graph, which is equal to 2. So total number of vertex in your graph minus total number of edges in your graph plus total number of region in your graph is equal to 2. So let's solve this by using one example. Here this is the planar graph, and here we can say that this is having 5 vertices, 5 edges and 2 regions. Here set of vertex will be 5, set of edges will be 5, and regions are 2. One is unbounded region and another is bounded region. Now we will check whether we can say whether this Euler's polyhedra theorem is correct or not. So we will use this V minus E plus R. So V minus E will be 5 minus 5 is equal to 0 plus R, that is 2, which will be equal to 2. So this is satisfying this formula. So yes, this is a kind of planar graph. Now corollary to this particular theorem is for your the graph which is not a bipartite graph. If you are having simple connected planar graph, then you can say total number of edges will be less than or equal to 3 into set of vertices, number of vertices minus 6. So this could be written as like if we can say like here this could be written as 2 edges into greater than equal to 3 regions, and which is equal to 2 into edges divided by 3, which is greater than equal to region. Okay, so this is what we are having, and meaning of this is what, like if we will say, if you will use this formula, so meaning of this is like each region is bounded by a cycle of 3 or more edges in a graph. So this is what the meaning of this particular this particular formula. So corollary to this particular the for this Euler's polyhedra theorem, that is V minus E plus R, second corollary is for bipartite graph, which says that each region is bounded by a cycle of 4 or more edges in a bipartite graph. So the formulas are 2 into edges which is greater than equal to 4R. So each region is bounded by 4 or more edges in a bipartite graph. So let's see whether this corollary is correct or not. So for this example, like this is my simple graph. which is not a bipartite graph, and this is a bipartite graph. So is this planar graph? So if this is planar, so it should satisfy this kind of theorems. First corollary. So first corollary was this 2 into ages 2 into e divided by 3, which is greater than equal to r. So we'll use this whether this is satisfied or not. So by this particular formula, so this is also correct, like set of v minus h plus r, which is equal to 2. So instead of just finding out the region, we can put these values of region and we'll get the values. So that region value is coming out to be something like this: 2 into h divided by 3. So we'll write down 2 into 5 divided by 3. Now here instead of equal to, we'll write greater than equal to 2. So we are getting that this value is coming out to be 3.3, which is greater than equal to 2. Now this can be redrawn in a format like we will get the planar graph. Now if this is a planar graph, we should have the thing like it should be get satisfied. Now here set of ages is given, total number of ages 5. So 2 into 5 divided by 4 is should be greater than equal to region. This is what we are having, that is 10 by 4. It should be greater than equal to region. And here we don't want to find out how many regions we are having in our graph, so we are just simply putting this particular value over here, and this will become greater than equal to 2. So if we will just calculate this, we are getting that 2.5 is greater than equal to 2. So this is also satisfying this particular equation. So here based on this, we are having some kind of conclusions. If you are having K5 complete graph with 5 vertices, so here in this K5 graph, you will have total 5 vertices, total 10 edges will be there in this complete graph. And using corollary, we can say that if we want to conclude that h is should be less than equal to 3v minus 6, you can go for any corollary. So if you use this corollary, number of edges should be less than equal to your 3 into vertices minus 6. So we can say that it could be 10 is less than equal to into 3 into 5 minus 6, so which is equal to 15 minus 6, which is equal to 9. So 10 is not less than equal to 9, but it's not true, so this corollary is not satisfied for your K5. So that's why we can say that K5 is not a planar graph. And this is your Kurotoski's first graph, which shows that what kind of graph is not a planar graph. So that is K5 is not a planar graph, and that is shown by the Kurotoski's first graph, which is also called as Kurotoski's first graph. And based on this also, for the bipartite graph, we are using the same corollary. And for this example, we are taking a K3 comma 3. Here total number of vertex are 6, edges are 9, and by using this formula for this bipartite corollary, so we can get that 2e is greater than equal to 4r. So simply put the value of r over here, so we'll get 2e divided by 4. If we'll calculate this, we will get the value that is 8 is greater than equal to 9, which is not 2. So this is what showing that this is not a planar graph, and this is called as a Kurotoski's second graph, k3 comma 3. So Kurotoski's theorem states that a finite graph is a planar if it is not possible to subdivide the edges of your graph into this K5 or K33, and then possibly add additional edges and vertices to form the graph isomorphic to graph. Means if your graph is having sub portion which is K5 or K33, then itself we can conclude that graph is not a planar graph. Now just write in the comment which are the planar graphs, whether G1, G2, G3, which are this planar graph in this example. For example, I can say like this is K33, so this is not the planar graph as per the Kurodowski's second theorem. And by using this your any particular thing, you can show that whether this graph is planar or not. So just write down in the comment which graph are planar or not. Next concept is your graph coloring, that is also called as a vertex coloring, because whenever we want to color our graph, we never color edges or portions, we always try to color our vertex. So it is assigning colors to vertex of a graph such that adjacent vertex have the different color. Your graph is said to be n colorable graph, where n is how many number of colors you will need to color the graph. That means at least number of colors, minimum number of colors you are required to color that particular graph. So that is also represented by using your chromatic number. So they are also called as a chromatic number, which is also represented by using this particular symbol. So for example, as we always color our vertex in the graph, so we will try to color our graph in such a way that its adjacent this vertex will have another color. Suppose if I'm coloring this particular vertex with blue color, so this three vertex should not have the blue color. So I will give color to this particular vertex. Now this is not the adjacent to this vertex. I will give color as blue for this vertex. Now, if I will color this three, all of these three vertex with this particular colors, okay. So, but at this particular point, this vertex, these are the two adjacent vertex and which are having the same color. Now, can I give this vertex with the blue color? Blue as a color? No, I cannot give blue as a color, either this as a color. So, in this case, I need to give another color, one new color. So, suppose if I'm giving here the yellow color, okay, and if I will try to give color at this particular point, so I can also give at this particular point the purple color. So by just using three colors, my graph gets colored, where no two adjacent vertices are having the same color. So the chromatic value of this particular graph is 3. So this graph is said to be 3 colorable or 3 chromatic, and the chromatic number of graph is 3. So minimum 3 colors are required to color the graph. So based on this, we are having some conclusion. If you are having complete graph Kn, then it is n chromatic. So chromatic number of the your complete graph is n. If you are having bipartite graph, then it is of coursely, as you can divide it into the two portion. You can color it into the two colors by using at least two color. So your bipartite graph is having chromatic number as 2. If you are having totally disconnected or null graph, means graph with just vertices with no edges at all, so its chromatic number will be 1. Any planar graph is 5 colorable, and if your planar graph is having fewer than 4 triangles, then it is 3 colorable, or without triangles, then it is 3 colorable. If your graph is a cycle graph, that is totally cycle graph, and the number of vertex are even, then it is 2 colorable. If the number of vertex in your graph are odd, so that will be colored by using 3 color. If a graph is star kind of graph, okay, now this could be colored by using one color, and this all could be colored by using another color. So it's having chromatic number as 2. If you're having wheel graph and the number of vertex in the wheel graph are even, then your graph will be colored by using 4 colors. But the number of all the vertices in your wheel graph is odd, so it will be colored by using 3 colors. So for this examples, we can say that this is complete this is complete graph with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 vertex. It's a K6 vertex, so we will need to give this the chromatic number of this particular graph is 6. Now this is the cycle graph with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is odd number of vertices. Now if you are having odd number of vertices in the cycle graph, our chromatic number is 3. So its color will be 3. This is again the cyclic graph, where the number of vertex are even, so this could be colored by using 2 color. Now this is star graph. Here we can color this by using 2 colors. This is your graph, where your this now this in this graph, we can say this is a kind of wheel graph. So the wheel graph, here in the wheel graph we are having total 5 vertices. If in your wheel graph you are having odd number of vertices, it will be colored by using 3 colors. And for example, in this way, this is a wheel graph. Here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertex. That is a wheel graph with the 6 vertex, and the vertex count is even. So this will be colored by using 4 colors.